Jack B and Langhorne. Scope of work is bush trimming, some branch trimming, all located in the backyard. So it's an existing customer. We've done mulch for him in the past. So starting over here again, everything's in the backyard. So they want some low branch trimming. This tree here, all these low branches that are over top of this tree. So this tree we're not going to touch, but all these low branches they want trimmed back. I told them like 10 to 12 feet is about as high as we can get. I know we can get a little higher. We'll want the 12-foot ladder for this one. So if you bring that out, you can get a little higher. So get as high as you can. Under promise, over deliver with that, telling her that. But just trim as high as you can here with everything that's kind of creeping over their yard. They just don't want it encroaching onto this tree, and they don't like all this low stuff in the yard. So trim as much of this stuff back here, kind of all here. Get as high as you can. Definitely this branch are really wanting to cut back. So yeah, so branch trimming there, and then just a bunch of like shrub pruning back here. So this azalea bush, you don't have to fully trim the whole thing. They really just want this area right here kind of cut out, and then these couple weeds that are growing up through it cranked and pulled out. This like red bud tree over here, the top of it, they just want like a haircut on the top. It's pretty high. You'll definitely need the 12-foot. You might be able to get the back side by putting it on the concrete, the front side by here, but with the 12-foot, you should be fine to get to the top of it. It's probably about 10 foot high. 8 foot maybe even be okay. Almost forgot this guy. Just want to prune the top. Looks like they kind of did it in the past, couldn't reach the top though, so just prune that for him. This guy, trim the whole thing, kind of shrink it down, just give it some nice shape. One thing she said, just be real careful when you're down here trimming to not cut these lilies because they're getting ready to bloom and she doesn't want them cut. So just kind of pull the branches that are low out of the way and then trim them back. Moving back here. So this one don't really need to trim it. I mean, maybe that one thing just snip, but this for Cynthia back here. He said it's for Cynthia. I thought it was a butterfly bush, but anyway, cut this back pretty dramatically. It's actually located on the rear customer's rear neighbor property, but anyway, it's hers, she said. So just cut it back like maybe a fourth of the entire thing back. So pretty aggressive cut back over here, all in the front, kind of the whole top, just kind of cut it all back. And then all these like junipers back here, just prune and shape all of them. So you got a handful back here, just prune them up. There's like a weedy thing growing in there. If you can yank that out, prune and shape, prune up and shape it. And then lastly, no other trimming, don't need to trim this or anything. Lastly, we got some down branches back here, some big logs. Just haul these guys away. And maybe while we're at it, if you see any other big branches just in her beds, just pull them out of here for them. And that's it.